Hi again, everybody, and it's that time of the month again for me. Yeah, it's the part where the month ends. Also, I'm on my period. February's wrapped up and we're moving into March, springtime and all that. Captain Marvel is just around the corner, Endgame is even closer than it was yesterday, and as per usual, as of recent, I have been slacking hard. My meme game has suffered even worse than it did in January, and I think I made a video on exactly one meme, that being anti-vaxxers, but do you know how fucking pitiful that is? I hold myself to a higher standard than one meme a month, one that I refuse to fulfill. Expectations are meant to be disappointed, kids. But I was in and out of multiple dimensions, going to New York with James Marriott, while also simultaneously being trapped in the box. It's a confusing and disorienting mess that I never had any hope of understanding, and we have a lot of trash to dig through today. So instead of trying to figure out the logistics of that, let's skip the part of this video where I get a headache, and just go straight to the part of the video where I get a headache. I reached out on Twitter to you guys to ask what memes I should cover in the meme wrap-up for February. I got a few from there, but I ended up just stealing the rest from Grande's monthly meme rewind. Okay, I jest, but I wrote down what I saw most commonly in regards to what I should include, and I have the selection of memes we see today because of it. These are not in any particular or chronological order because God knows I could not tell you which of these memes came before the other, so we're just going to be doing them as my brain feels like covering them. There were a good amount of memes that come to mind over the course of February, but I can't lie, the month itself seemed to be running a little harder in quantity than quality. However, there were some highlights this month that I quite enjoyed, so let's start with one of those. Pokemon starters. I love these little guys. I mean, how could you not? All three of these little shits deserve the world and to be protected, and no one can change my mind on that. And while at the moment I am partial to Sobble, that doesn't get rid of the feelings of love I have for these other two acorn-sized animals. I'll have to wait and see what their evolutions look like before I decide which I'll be going with come the release date of the new Pokemon games. What was the list? Sword, Shield, Gun, F-15, and Pokemon Nuclear Warhead, I think. But so far, I am liking what I'm seeing. Now, the memes that came from this came in the form of turf and gang wars in much the same way we saw in the early days of Pokemon Go. I'm gonna walk in circles, fuck you. Except this time, it was just based on which starter Pokemon you liked, and it took place pretty much exclusively online instead of in the streets of New York City, a place where Logan Paul could cause admittedly entertaining mayhem by screaming Dragonite in the middle of Central Park.
I am going to play a prank and yell the name of a rare Pokemon that is not here. Let's see what happens. I am an asshole. Dragonite! Dragonite!
You already know how this shit goes. Of course, you had people doing the meme I did like a second ago where they made jokes about all kinds of weapons being turned into Pokemon games. One of the more interesting ones was Hyojin's choice of Pokemon Cock and Ball, a meme she nabbed from our bait root, but it does spit sick, I must admit. We actually had a lot of really good fan art of the goodest boy Sobble and the other starters in general, and of course, the best part of anything meme related were the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon variants. And since this was already a Pokemon meme, this was a fucking field day! It was amazing, but it also sucked because I know I wasn't the only one out there that was hoping for an actual new Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game to be announced. We were hoping it would come after the initial announcement of the new gen. But being fair, that is kind of a big thing to ask during a new generation of Pokemon announcement, and I doubt Nintendo would have wanted to distract from the fact that they just announced a new fucking generation of Pokemon. Did I mention there's a new generation of Pokemon yet? Did I mention that? At PMD Shitpost on Twitter and other accounts dedicated to PMD memes had a field day and a feels day. We were all crying together in spirit. They were all in denial over there being no new PMD games, like myself. It was very sad to see, I must say. I hate it, but the fan art was sick. God bless you at Sifuro on Twitter, if that's how you pronounce her name. You did the Lord's work on that day. Now that I've managed to somehow turn the first third of a monthly meme roundup into another rant about how much I want another PMD game, I'm gonna say that overall I enjoyed the memes that came as a result of the new Pokemon gen, and I am very excited to see what other comedy monstrosities come as a result of this game in the coming months. Real fast though, did you guys know I've been streaming pretty much daily on Twitch? By American time zone standards, the only ones to live by, I go live either in the evening or at penis o'clock, meaning late at night. I've been playing a lot of Smash and Minecraft because of course I fucking have, so if you want to try and catch those, you can follow my Twitch account to see when I go live. It's just twitch.tv/Kwite, and I also usually tweet out a link to the stream on my Twitter as well, which is also just at Kwite. When I play Smash, I do open arenas where viewers can join a lot of the time, and that's usually fun, so hopefully I'll see you a lot there and you can whoop my ass. Okay, now on to the next meme. Next one, let's go. But look out, I think Moto likes you. Hi again. Yeah, editing that and willingly choosing to make that joke in this video felt weird for me too. Though I can't exactly take credit for that meme, it came from an account called, Kwite Edits. I'm still never gonna get over the fact that accounts like that exist, am I? Anyways, the moto meme is derived from Madagascar Escape to Africa, the absolute pinnacle of animated film. Spider-Verse ain't shit next to it, but it's a scene where the main hippo character has a little thing with another hippo in Africa named Moto, surprisingly, and his head comes out of the water to confess his attraction for the newcomer to his turf. But let's get a few things straight first. This man likes them big. Number 2, he likes them chunky. And number 3, I forgot the rest of the words. Listen, the song itself is a fat fucking meme on its own. I like them big and I like them chunky. It's prime real estate for this kind of thing, and you're a fool if you think otherwise. Now, the audio and scene as a whole from this seems to be getting memed the most, where each character is replaced by something else in a given scenario. And the place I see this happening the most is, who would have thought, TikTok. Recently, they added this water reflection filter, which reflects the top half of the video on the bottom half as if it was water. So people have just been rising out of that as if they were gamers coming up in society, or as if they were moto ready to prey on some unsuspecting motherfuckers, whatever. The examples that made me laugh the most, I don't think I could put here for both fear of copyright and getting sued, but I'll just leave it at that. There were also just some outright cursed versions of this meme where people would forgo using it as a format entirely, and instead the comedy was just distorting the ever-living shit out of every aspect of the video, the visuals, the audio, the speed, the timing, just fucking forget it, and then it would get thrown up on one of those Twitter accounts that shares cursed videos, and then eventually my eardrums gave out. Decent meme, got a few laughs out of me. I'll give this one a decent rating. Of course, we had the anti-vaxxer memes, the only meme we've covered before in this video, or at least dedicated a full video to. 2 full videos if you count the second channel video, which you should check out, plug style. But the joke was how people who aren't vaccinated are gonna fucking die. That was pretty sick, if I do say so myself. Pat, get it? Sick? Because if you don't vaccinate your kids, they're gonna get sick with polio and measles and whatever the fuck else. Listen, I don't know how many times I'm gonna say this, but the point is, vaccinate your kids and yourself unless you have an actual valid health reason not to, dipshit. It was a good meme when it came around. Next we have the not so funny meme where the Super Bowl ripped us the fuck off with their halftime show by only playing the start of Sweet Victory. Instead of giving us the full song, they decided to be cock teases by using it as the intro to Sicko Mode. Disgusting! The only thing good that came of it was the memes clowning the whole damn thing. I just don't understand what the human thought process behind that whole thing was. Be incredibly safe and try to please everyone and end up pleasing no one, I guess? Memes were decent, event made me not so happy, which is not too epic, homeboy. And now we move into more somber territory where we say goodbye to our best mate on Mars. Opportunity, we will take a moment of silence to honor your last words. My battery is low, and it's getting dark. Okay, that wasn't actually what Opportunity said, but somebody made the stuff that it did say sound all poetic and bittersweet to humans, and I think it's really cool that we all chose to take what would have originally just have been numbers and stats being sent to us into language that lets us feel and sympathize with a robot friend none of us have actually met. I do miss that boy, though. I do miss him. May your soul rest peacefully, Opportunity. You saw the light, and you saw the dark, and you found the best parts of it all. The memes of your death were slick, too. Keeping in line with the theme of negative emotions, let's talk about PETA hating Steve Irwin. That was really fucking dumb of them. Who the hell is actually running PETA's Twitter account? Great ideas by PETA number 3023. Just shit on Steve Irwin on his birthday. Like literally ask to be destroyed and have all the other dumb shit that we've done in the past get brought up again. It's really a 7,000 IQ play if you think about it. For PETA's own sake, they should just hope they fade away out of the limelight, never to be relevant again. Probably saving them a lot of grief. Shit meme would have preferred it never happened, but I'm just glad we can all agree that Steve Irwin was a G. Let's momentarily take a break from the sad shit, and believe me, we're gonna hop right back into it in a moment because that's just how life be. But let's quickly talk about a meme that I very much enjoy. An inspiring quote along the lines of, gonna cry? Maybe gonna piss your pants? Maybe shit and cum? Huh, that's strange. I wrote into the script as an action, laughed to myself for epic fan edit potential. I don't remember writing that, but I sure as hell did act it out. Oh well, either way, this piss your pants meme made me die laughing every time I heard it for a while. One of my friends would say it and call and catch me off guard, and the next thing I know, I've fallen off my chair and I'm pulling my earbuds to the floor and my whole computer set up with it. I'm wheezing and I can't breathe with laughter. The whole call is crying. World starvation has been solved. Obama was there! The meme itself is really just that quote, but the best versions, in my opinion, are when people make certain characters say the funny haha line in their own voice. Like where one dude did an imitation of Carl Weezer saying it from Jimmy Neutron.
Gonna cry? Piss your pants, maybe? Maybe shouldn't come.
I think the one that gets me the most, though, and maybe the most popular one in making the rounds, is the Toad version.
Gonna cry? Gonna piss your pants, maybe? Maybe shouldn't come.
It's just the fact that it's Toad. What fucking more do you need? It's quality stuff. You physically can't change my mind about that, okay? There's literally no way you could convince me that this is a bad meme. But using the Toad thing as a springboard, I also wanted to quickly mention Yoshi's Island music memes. I haven't seen a whole lot of them on the Twitter timeline, but I did see the one where Lil Uzi made the noise where he squeals at something Nardwuar gives him. So because of that, I will give both of these memes a quality meme label. Good shit, team. Who am I even talking to? Next, we have Fortnite getting shut the fuck up and smack the fuck up, because not only is Apex Legends here to challenge for the crown, but arguably the greatest battle royale game of all time, an unlikely competitor that few saw coming, is also here to shake up the crowd. And who is this newcomer, you ask? It's Tetris 99, baby! Like, deadass, where did this game come from? It's a fantastic meme, but I don't know what extra dimensional plane it fell down from. It is sick though, and by virtue of giving Fortnite competition, they are both good memes. Fortnite is still decent, to be fair though. In other Nintendo related news, it's back to the sad shit, boys. But we have to talk about Reggie resigning as Nintendo of America's head, and his place being taken by someone with the last fucking name Bowser. And God bless Doug Bowser, because it seems like he is shaping up to fit that meme role very well. In an image he posted thanking people for the support so far, this absolute obsidian mining, concrete busting motherfucker had Mario and Luigi plushes tied up in a GameCube controller on the shelf. This is what I'm here for, boys. I could not be happier with this meme. We will miss you, Reggie, so thank you for everything. It's sad to see you go, but we're happy that it happened at all. Doug Bowser could probably shatter buildings with the might of his forehead, though, let's be real. Of course, who could forget about the Elon Musk meme review that saved PewDiePie once again until he got passed by T-Series for like a second. In fact, by the time I upload this video, he very well might have gotten passed again, sadly. It's really do be like that sometimes. But Elon Musk hosted meme review, and he laughed really hard at finding out that a deer in a meme he was looking at was actually dead. I talked about it in the last video, so I'll try and keep it brief here, but I have to at least mention it because it is undoubtedly monumental. Good stuff. This meme is a used shampoo bottle out of 10 IMO. We have the Will Smith genie thing, and I'm not going to talk about that for personal reasons, being it's too hot. So that brings us to our last meme. 21 Savage being British. As you all probably know, we found out that 21 Savage was actually born in the UK and came to the US as a young boy, and from there, memes about him being British emerged to varying degrees of quality. There was the one where somebody said he would be part of Pokemon Sword and Shield's Elite Four because the region of Galar is based off of England. That was pretty alright. There were some people who were just like, 21 Savage is gonna be OT and Crumpets now! Or a lot of them would make his lyrics sound overly English verbose. And those memes weren't necessarily bad, but they didn't really do a whole lot for me. But the ones that did though, were pretty tight. So I'm gonna give this meme a mixed score of dried Campbell moose eggs. Lessons in comedy, boys, number 1. Random words make it funny. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to drop a like. Thanks to everybody who suggested memes on Twitter. Hopefully I'll be doing this kind of video for March as well, like I did in January this month, obviously. But if you want to check out any of my merch, you can go to kwiteshop.com. It looks slick. I have a podcast with Wild Spartans and FPS Diesel called Loudmouse, and we upload one new episode every week on Saturdays, and we're up on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Like I said earlier, I've been streaming pretty much daily on Twitch. You can follow me at twitch.tv/Kwite. If you want to support the channel a little more directly, you can do so by clicking that join button next to the subscribe button and donating $5 a month to get things like custom badges and custom emotes. It's totally optional, but it helps out the channel, and it is much appreciated. You can follow me on Twitter at Kwite and on Instagram at Kwite.png. Links to both of those in the description below. And lastly, I also have a Discord server. Link to that in the description as well if you're interested. Anyways, this has been Kwite, and I will see you guys next time.